Hey explorers, my name is Kaylee and I'm in the Discovery Room at the Brazos Valley Museum of Natural History with our exploration station. This is where every 2 to 3 weeks we change out a new topic so they're constantly able to learn, observe, and explore lots of new topics with interactive activities and hands-on things. And so you may have noticed that the weather is changing outside with the changing seasons into fall, so that's what the topic is that we're going to have at this station for the next 2 weeks. Let's check it out. So with our exploration station, we have a few things set up around the table to really get to learn more about the season of fall and related things that you may see while outside. So we have information on generally what is the season of fall, including some fun facts. Almost every exploration station will have puzzles and books related to these topics so you can have fun stories and activities. And then we have an exploration tray that allows you to really get hands-on and touch and observe different things you might see when you're outside during this cooler weather of fall. So pine cones, fungi, acorns, and even some faux leaves, just so you can really learn more, including some signs with more information. One of the most clear symbols of autumn is the changing and falling leaves that you see around this time of year. And that's what we're focusing on this side of the exploration station. And so we do have signs that explain why do the leaves change color at this time of year. And then as you're picking up and finding leaves on the ground that have fallen, you can actually look at the characteristics of these leaves to know what tree it came from. And so that's something we can practice with the flashcards at this section of the exploration station. We also have a fun craft and interactive, which is leaf rubbings. What we have is a whole assortment of different 3D stencils. You're just going to take a piece of paper and lay it over the part where the leaf sticks up. You're going to take a wrapped crayon and just gently rub it over, and then you'll start to see the shape of the leaf take place on the piece of paper. You can actually use this as well as your stencil to identify your leaf on here. So I have a sweet gum leaf right here. If you're not able to do this inside the museum with the interaction station, we're actually going to head outside right now with Mr. Garrett so that you can see how to interact with fall in your own backyard.
Oh, hey explorers! Thanks for joining me in the great outdoors. I'm Mr. Garrett. Pleasure to meet you. Well, I hear you guys want to do a little bit of a leaf rubbing. If you can't make it to the museum and do our leaf rubbing that we have at the exploration station, that's quite okay. You can do this in your very own yard. All you need is a couple of materials. Thank you very much. What you're going to need is a piece of paper of your choosing, a crayon color of your choosing, make sure there's no label on it, and a hard surface. Now come with me, let's go find a cool tree that we can find a leaf in. For today's selection, we're going to use a cottonwood tree. Cottonwood trees are one of my favorite trees of all time. The reason why they're called cottonwood trees is because in the summertime, they actually have their seed, which flows in the wind, and it looks like cotton. It's quite amazing. And their leaves are very classic spade-shaped leaves. So let's say you're out in nature and you say, I really like this leaf. I want to take it home. Well, if you take it home the way it is, that's perfectly fine, but it will slowly begin to brown, things like that whenever you get home. So you can do your very own artwork outside with the leaf rubbing. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your leaf, take your crayon and move it out of the way real quick. You're going to take your leaf there and you're going to place it on your hard surface. Take your piece of paper, place it right over the top, wherever you kind of want to do it at. Make sure it's nice and flat. And then you're going to take your crayon and you're just going to start rubbing, which is why they call it a leaf rubbing. And before you know it, you will have an exact copy of the leaf of your choosing, which is really amazing. So thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.